Customer wanted me to replace their wiper blades because they work like crap. As you can kind of see, don't seem to work real good, huh? Well, taking new wiper blades, newer car, what's going on? Oh, I see. You gotta take those off. That helps.
Customer states my truck went into limp mode while I was hauling, and unfortunately for them, this is what was in their transmission pan.
Creamy.
So I have this sinking feeling that there's a very good reason why this wheel was on the back of the car and not the front of the car, because somebody did the best they could.
Looks like the squirrels are now trying to bribe the mechanics to leaving their engine bay stashes alone.
So guess what happens when the cleaner empties the drainer? And I had to rush and grab it, hence the face. That wall, luckily I've cleaned the van, the truck, the floor, that wall, that toolbox, we've cleaned it, it got curt, all of there. Yeah.
This is easily the most insane steering wheel setup I've ever seen roll into a shop. I literally have no idea what's even going on here. Maybe it's built for a disabled driver, but I still think the wooden center probably isn't the best choice.
Customer states passenger sun visor just fell off. Yeah, I'm sure it did, buddy.
This customer went out and bought a brand new Escalade and then proceeded to do this absolutely horrific underglow job themselves, only to bring it into the shop complaining about how only one side is working.
So, Peugeot wet belts. They're a good technology. They knew what they was doing. Just another way to make you buy an engine. Quality.
Somehow this car didn't catch on fire after the customer drove it in after noticing a fuel puddle underneath their car. Someone didn't replace the one-time use transmission mount bolt in this Dodge ProMaster, causing it to snap, and eventually the other mount bolt snapped from the extra weight too.
Customer states the steering wheel jerks to the left without warning while driving down the road. Customer, I'd say you're right again.
Customer states there's a metallic noise coming from underneath the truck and drove 2 hours just for the mechanic to find 2 bottles of de-icer under the seat.
Alrighty, got this Virginian in here, customer stated, got no axles. Speed sensor connector broken.
This truck came in for a different issue, but if you look at the speedometer, the truck thinks it's currently going 90 miles per hour while sitting completely still. The customer knows it's got this issue, but didn't want them to try fix it.
Okay. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. What the?
This makes me want to replace my fairly new cabin air filter already, guessing they either don't have one or it's installed incorrectly somehow.
Trying to keep this short, but this is the first home electrical that I discovered on my car, 2003 Subaru Baja. O2 sensor replaced with the universal. They snipped the pigtail and put in shrink connectors. Dog tags. Shop dog 1, shop puppy. And come over here, the discovery of why my car is currently a crank no start. That is the home electrical done on the camshaft position sensor. That's aces in my book.
This Veloster somehow drove in like this. It was at 88,000 miles, with the last recorded oil change being at 64,000. I mean, of all the brands to go a bit late on the oil changes, a Hyundai isn't one of them. Lexus came in with rod bearing failure, and I think we found out why.
So would you believe that alignment? Customer drove this here. Barely had any clutch, but let's see what clutch looks like. Well, I must say this is dead disappointing. I really thought this was going to be all over the place, but it's not. I mean, it's knackered, but you're definitely foolboard. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't think that's where you belong there, little customer complaint. A mouse stuck and died in my vent.
Don't forget to change your blinker fluid, guys.
Customer drove their car in with their shock looking like this. They didn't even know anything was wrong until the mechanics pointed it out. Who doesn't love a free massage while mowing the grass?
(2023) Honda CR-V hybrid, 40,000 miles or so. Customer states car lost power. So we have a cylinder number 3 misfire. So we went ahead and took off the spark plug here. We have our scope down in there, and we have a crack down the piston right there. So that is a crack, it looks like, from one side to the other. Obviously not a good sign.
Customer states, yo, I rebuilt the whole front end and I just need an alignment. These tie rods are on backwards. The boot clamp is hitting the lower control arm because we decided to put a 3-inch lift on it. Tie rods all the way bottomed out. The steering wheel is upside down. The new rack is leaking. There's a random wrench right there just hanging out. Update. They did not want to hear me tell them that it's going to be an extra 2 hours to even try to get this steering wheel straight before I do an alignment. So, see you later.
Customer states some rats chewed some wires. Can you repair them really quick?
So if you have a DPF delete done, make sure they enter it and it don't block up the SCR and everything else, because you'll have no power. Good times.
Customer states, it sounds like someone's shaking a bunch of rocks around in my engine. Can you check it out? It ended up being a bad exhaust phaser, which is a pretty common issue on these F-150s.
Alright, so not only is this glass broken everywhere, it sounds like garbage.
Customer states, is this why my engine won't start?
Customer state vehicle stalling.
it needs an engine.
So we've had car come in, the Nissan. Engine light on, not running right, no power. Can you have a look? Sure. Guess what we've found? That's all the oil that's in it. Fucking wonder why.
This customer filled their fuel tank with water, then tried to start it for an extended amount of time, and then gave up and let it sit for a year.
Well, don't mind me. I'm just gonna do an airbag recall in this truck. I get to flag extra time for having to deal with all these stickers, right? Is that how that works?
2020 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, just at the dealer for an alignment, right? They're like, yeah, we had it at the dealer for an alignment. It's still got a wobble. Yeah, that separated tire right there, that'll do it every time. Jesus, man, like, I just show up at this point.
Just had a BMW come in. I'm fairly sure it shouldn't be smoking like that. So, yeah, fun times.
Customer states, I noticed my temperature gauge getting a little high, but it was 2 AM and I wanted to get home, so I kept driving it until it shut off on me. Not only is the engine cooked, but looking at the radiator cap, someone had already dumped a ton of stop leak into it.
2013 Buick Encore. This is what the customer states, right? Got a bad cat. Been putting this in there. This literally does nothing to fix a cat. Everybody knows it's just spark plugs. Should have just put some spark plugs in it.
Thanks for watching another episode of Mechanical Nightmare. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you have your own clips, send to us using the link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.